Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Georgia, and today we are going to be doing just a week of WIPs, and I'm actually starting this a little earlier than the week I want to do because some of the WIPs I have are pretty big. And we are starting with probably my biggest one, which is this blanket. It's a C2C blanket. I am very close to the end. I've got probably 20 something more rows left to do, but she's pretty big. I can't even fit it all in the camera. It's pretty big. So yeah, this yarn is, and we did continue this in last week's video. We added this pink stripe, and then I completed a whole other project and did not touch the blanket again. So this is going to be my first order of business. Is this blanket. I also have just a top that I want to finish because I started it. It would be the top that at the end of my 24-hour video. I still haven't finished it, so I'm gonna finish that. And then I am also really behind on my temperature snakes, so we're gonna work on those. Obviously I can't finish those because it's May and I need temperatures all the way through December, so can't finish that right now. But yeah, I'm gonna put a movie on and watch a movie, and I'm going to work until the movie is done, and we will see how far I got. I'll probably do at least one time lapse. I think just kind of like once I get going, I'll start a time lapse. So you already see this blanket kind of continued with the yellow. You can see the yellow with the yellow. And I guess we can do a quick like size. This is supposed to be, it's a full-size blanket, like it's a throw for sure. I have yet to actually measure it, but like I'm 5 feet. So okay. I'm like 5'4". So let me adjust here real quick. I think I got a pretty good angle. It's gonna get hard to hear me because I have to stand so far away from the camera. But this is where we're at. It's pretty big. It's pretty big. And yes, it definitely will keep me warm for sure. But yeah, it's a pretty big blanket. I think it's definitely throw blanket size, probably a little bigger. But I'm very excited to get this done. I'm kind of finishing a lot of these things, so because I go on vacation in a couple weeks, so that way I have no WIPs going into that week and like going into my prep week and stuff. Because honestly, I've got a whole list of things that I need to do. Like I need to do laundry, clean my room. That's just a big list of things I need to do, and there will be a video on it, which is why I'm doing all of my WIPs this week. So that way, again, I go in knowing I've got like no WIPs to do other than my snakes. And then we're also gonna just finish off a couple projects that are done but don't have been weaved in. So yeah, I'm gonna get started on the blanket now. I am almost done with my movie, and I still have one more row of white to do, but it's going quicker and quicker because we're getting smaller and smaller. But I need to take a break, give my hands a rest, and get some lunch because it's almost 1 o'clock. So it's lunchtime. So yeah, I will see you guys in a little bit after I get some lunch. stuff. But I'm gonna eat something, that's for sure. But yeah, we're getting closer and closer to finishing. Yeah. I'm honestly just so excited for this to be done, but we still have the entire border to do as well. Which, if every single border like edge looked like this, it'd be fine. But they look like this. They have ends on ends on ends, you know, on ends. So, because I was gonna, my plan was to carry the yarn like through, but that's too big of a gap to carry the yarn. So that's why I've got so many ends, and where there will be a border on this. I don't know if you could see in the time lapse, but I've been like tying off, each end is tied off in a knot. And then my plan is just like probably just crochet over it. Just like that, because I really don't want to deal with weaving in, you know, just a casual 100 ends or whatever. But yeah, I'm going to go get some food and I will see you guys. For me it's probably gonna be like an hour, but for you guys it's gonna be like 1 second. So see you then. Alrighty, hey y'all, it's been a few hours. But I have made a little bit more progress on the blanket. I think where we left off was almost the end of the white. And I have now officially finished the next like set of stripes. So this whole section I finished, and I started on the next one. And we're getting smaller and smaller. I can actually locate fit it into the screen now. So I have, I think, 40, wait. I don't remember what number I said earlier, but I think I have like 40 more rows to do. I don't know, but we're almost done. I did want to show you just some of the other projects though. So first off, the other top I talked about was this one. I'm not gonna be wearing this anytime soon though, but this one, which I think I'm gonna eventually block. It's literally just a pair of sleeves. I don't think I'm gonna have much to go down, and it's mesh. If you look closely, it's a mesh stitch. I think it's just double crochet chain ones. I don't know. I probably explained it, whatever stitch I was doing, in my 24-hour video, because that's where this project is from. Which is like, that was so long ago at this point, because it's May, and I think I uploaded that one in March. So yeah, we got this one to do. Needs finished. I think I literally just like a couple more stripes on one side, I believe. I have this project. I made a shell bag. It just needs its ends weaved in. But I made this for the beach. It's just 2 double crochets. Kind of made it like how you would make a normal granny square, but instead of you doing the 3 for the granny clusters, it's only 2. That's kind of all I did. So yeah, there's that. Okay, this is a completed project, but I'm just like not happy with how this top turned out. I made a whole video on it and everything, because I have so much elastic in here just to try to make it like fit right, but I still like, I have this little tie on the straps to make the straps tighter, and it's a matching set. It has shorts. I'm keeping the shorts because the shorts are really cute. They're so cute. I love them. They're very comfy. I haven't worn them yet just because it hasn't been warm here, which we're in May, so I'm kind of shocked that it hasn't been like warm enough for me to like wear shorts. But I do think I am gonna frog this top and make a different top. I think I might just do a little top down raglan style just like mesh top maybe, because I don't think I'll have enough to do a full, like fully solid top. But I think I will have enough to do mesh. So we're probably gonna frog this, which means I have to go and find all of my ends and undo them all. And then I have one more. It's a blanket. And I've been working on this blanket for a very long time, and this is where we're at. And I'm not liking, I actually frogged it back and added in this blue because I have so much of this blue yarn. It's fluffy yarn, and I think I'm still gonna make a blanket out of this yarn, but this is a moss stitch. And I also don't remember what hook size I was using with it. So, also, keep the hair clip as a stitch marker here. I think I'm gonna frog it and do another corner to corner. I think. But I'm just gonna frog it in this video and then put all the yarn into my stash box, which is under my bed. So, which will also give me a bag, a free bag again. So, but that's just kind of my plan, because these were like all my like big WIPs. We're probably gonna frog this. We're gonna finish one blanket and frog this one. But yeah, it's been also been taking this bag up for that same amount of time. Weave in ends, finish that. We got a nice little plan. And then hopefully that gives me a nice clean slate to start with when I get back from vacation. And also gives me nothing that I have to worry about. I'm going to continue working on the blanket right now though. The striped, this blanket, since I've introduced it to 2 blankets now. I'm going to work this next whole section off camera though, so I will come back when I have the next section done. Alrighty guys, it is the next morning. But I have started the final, what I'm pretty sure is the final section. I mean, it's getting pretty small, so I really hope this is the final section. I'm gonna start a time lapse. And yeah, we'll finish this up. I just got to the final corner. I officially have a full blanket. Yay! Now I've got to, I think I am gonna weave in on the ends, but it's a lot of ends to weave in. But I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be painful, I think. But it's gotta get done so I can have the border look nice. But I don't think I'm gonna put the border on right now. I actually don't even know if well, no, I think I'm gonna put at least a couple rows of a border on. But not too many. But I've gotta make the edge look nice first so I can start using it. But I'm going to also, this is how much I had left for each of the last cakes. I wound up, got a lot of yellow left still, and little scrappy parts of the rest. But I still have a lot of the rest of the yarn still looks like this in the bag. See? So yeah, this is eventually gonna get put into my yarn stash under my bed. But I'm going to take a break. It's 2:30. So I don't know, honestly, if I'm gonna work anymore today. I do have to edit a video, so I might just do that. But the only other work I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get all of these ends weaved in. But I'm not gonna record that because that's boring. Weaving in all of these ends is very boring. But it will get done. And for now, I will probably see you guys tomorrow. Alrighty, y'all. Today we are going to be working on the bolero, the sleeves. It's almost done. Almost done. I just have to remember what hook size I was using. But I think I might have it written down somewhere. I'm not entirely sure, and I'm not really in frame. I think I might have it written down somewhere, but I'm not too sure. I was probably using, if I had to guess, a 5mm hook. Just taking a wild guess. So I'll probably start with that, and if it doesn't look right, I'll either size up or down depending on if it looks too big or too small. But yeah, I just have, I think, 2 more stripes to do on this side. I think. Yeah, because the yarn's detached from here. So yeah, I have like 2 more stripes to do on this side, and then we'll be good. So I'm gonna work on that like really quickly, and then I will come back when I'm done working on that. Ooh, alrighty, it's finished. That took really no time at all. I say no time, it still took me an hour, and I weaved in all the ends. There's no ends. I weaved them all in. That's shocking. The last thing for this piece is for it to be blocked, because as you can see, it's just a tiny bit short, but I did that on purpose, because I know it's gonna stretch. But yeah, this is kind of what it looks like over a t-shirt. Here's the back. Yeah, nothing too special, it's just striped sleeves, so it looks really nice though. It looks very cool. I'm going to figure out something to do next, because I still got stuff to do. I do have a video to edit, which I was gonna edit on Sunday, but then I remembered Sunday was Mother's Day, so I was like, probably not a good time to edit the video. I have all the clips in, it just needs to be edited. So yeah, I really don't want to edit right now though. That's probably a thing I'll do tonight. But so I think for now I'm going to, I really don't want to weave in any more ends right now, so I'm not going to work on my blanket. I think I'm going to grab my temperature snakes and start getting caught up on those, at least through March, because I'm like halfway through March right now on the snakes. And I also need to take pictures. I need to take pictures of like everything that I've made like in the last like 6 months. So, because I haven't been good at doing that, so I might do that first, and then work on the snakes. We'll see. Because that means I have to put on a different shirt and, you know, different top. I can't leave the jeans on though. Not for one of my pieces. I can't leave the jeans on. But yeah, I'm gonna go outside and take pictures because it's nice out. I think that's what I'm gonna do now. Alrighty, y'all, it's the next day after I told you I was gonna take pictures. It's actually like 7:30 right now on the next day. And we're ignoring my hair, that's a little crazy. Pictures were a success. And another success that I had this morning was the blankets. I ended up not weaving in all 70 ends. I maybe weaved in 20 and it was like, screw that. So every end is just crocheted over with the border. But I've got a nice blanket to use now, and it's very soft and comfy, and I still have a lot of yarn left over. Every skein yarn I have left over is about this size because it's the Fountain of Love. I was thinking of making a cardigan with it, but then I'm like, It's literally about to be summer. Let me not make a really big, comfy, cozy cardigan right now. Let's save that for later. So that will probably be a future project for maybe like August or September. Because I have ideas, because honestly these colors really do remind me of like fall. Like, yeah, they're like bright and summery, but they're also fall, which is great because that means this blanket can be like out year round, and like I don't have to worry about it like not looking fall or not looking like summery or anything. So that's just gonna be back there. It's my other pile of blankets. So I think now I have this project right here, the shell bag. I'm just gonna weave in these ends real quick, and then I will be right back with my snakes unearthed from under my bed, because that's going to be our next project, and I want to try and get at least through March done today, and then I'll probably do all of April tomorrow, because tomorrow's Thursday. It's Wednesday, so yeah, that's my plan. So let me just weave in these ends real quick. Maybe we can do a quick little like transition. Alrighty, ends all weaved in. I'm gonna be honest, I forgot for a second that I did that transition, and this only took me like 15 minutes to weave in all the ends. So now I got a cute little like trinket bag for me to take with the beach, for me to take to the beach. And if you see it peeking out in this little corner here, this is where my snakes live. Not real snakes, high temperature snakes. They live in this little bin, and this is their current size. I need to find my measuring tape, but I believe I'm past 2 feet, I think. You know what, I can look. I'm also a little bit behind on my tracking. I haven't tracked anything since April 29th, and it's May 13th, so I have to catch up on that. But I do have all of March done and almost all of April. But we're going to finish making March today. And these snakes are at... Okay, in February they were at, so right here, this length here, this was 19 inches. So I've added, so we're probably at almost 2 feet. By the end of this video, we will be well past 2 feet. But yes, these are my snakes. This is the high temperatures, which we are about to add. We are going to add a new color today, and that means I have one color that's yet to be used, but looking at the temperature for the next, like in the next couple of days, there is a pretty good chance. Oh wait, no, I have 2 colors left still to use, but there's a pretty good chance that it's gonna be one color left that's not been used in the next couple of days, because it is supposed to reach 90, I think, on Monday, but it's Ohio, so that could very well change. But yeah, so this is all the high temperatures, and this is all the low temperatures. So here's the snakes side by side. Basically got started January here, we're all the way at March 14th down here. So, and also when I go on vacation, these snakes are gonna stay, they're gonna stay here, and the temperatures are gonna be for here, because that would just be weird and would probably mess up the snakes a little bit, but maybe not. But again, this is for where I live in Ohio. So let's see, for the rest of March, around what, around 15th and onward, I believe. Where's my what? Here it is. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14. Yes, this is the 14th. Okay, so yes, around the 15th through the 31st. Okay, we got a lot, we got a big range. We have one day that is 25 degrees for the high. That was a cold day, which would be cornflower blue, and then we also go all the way up to literally 5 days later, we get the baby pink, which I actually have yet to use, at 86 degrees. So, that's fun. Actually, I think that's corn. Actually, that might be sky blue. Hang on. No, it is cornflower. I was right. Okay. So, I'm going to get a time lapse started. There is going to be probably a couple of cuts in it because I do take pictures of my snakes for each week. They hurt from, because this is just at an awkward length right now. If I crochet here, I'm all the way up here, and it's very awkward for me to get a camera angle of that. But I also, if I'm crocheting down here, it's hanging off my bed and not touching the floor, so I'm holding it up. And I also just remembered I didn't grab my stuffing. My stuffing does not live in this box. It lives with all of my other yarn, which is in a tote under my bed. Which means I have to, and to get to that tote, I actually have to lift my bed up because my that tote is technically too big to just slide in and out under my bed. So I actually have to physically lift up my bed to get this tote out from under my bed. So yeah, I'm just questioning because it doesn't, the bag's too, there's too much stuffing to fit in here with the snakes in here as well. It just, nothing doesn't squish flat enough. So I have to lift my bed up now, and I'm probably going to, myself. Also, if you haven't seen, these are all the colors. I got them really pretty on this little card. So you're gonna get like a full picture of what the snake will look like and all of its colors, because I'm fairly confident that we will reach all of these colors at some point. I mean, those are the only ones I haven't put down yet, and I'm probably going to put this one down soon. Hot Pink's the only one I'm worried we're not going to get like a high, like that says 95 to over 100. This is the only one I'm maybe a little worried about, but considering it's May and there's already going to be a couple highs that like get into the 90s soon, I don't think I'm too worried. I've got a feeling it's going to be a pretty warm summer. But I'm going to unearth my stuffing now and then catch y'all back when I am starting the low temperature snakes, which is what I'm doing next. So I'll see you guys in like a second. I got it out. It is now currently taking up the rest of my floor space, but that's okay because I'm cleaning my room soon anyway. And I will have to put yarn back into this bin. So maybe it's a good thing that it's out. I don't know. But that was a struggle because I have a queen size mattress. So I'm like holding that up with my back and then like lifting my bed frame up so I can actually also slide out the tote at the same time. That was a workout. Which means I'm very tempted to just put all of this all of my extra yarn from recent projects just into there. So that way I don't have to deal with getting it back out. I might do that after I finish my merch for the snakes. So now I have to go back and grab the snakes, which I put over there, and bring them back over here so they're on the bed. That was a workout. So yeah, I'm gonna grab the snakes and we're gonna get started again. My snakes are a little stuck. I did not record yesterday. Honestly, I got sidetracked low-key cleaning my room. But I'm officially caught up with March. My snakes are now over 2 feet long. Just over. A couple inches over. But look at how pretty they are. I need to like pose with them like how, you know how people like pose with like the fish like this. I need to do that. Just because it would be really funny. I would take them to the beach and do that, but I don't want to take these on the beach. Nor do I want to transport them to the beach and back. So, yes, we are officially all caught up. There's the highs, there's the lows. With March, I said that already. I'm going to work on April now, but I'm not going to do a time lapse just because I like stop it so much so I can post the Instagram update, which is technically supposed to happen weekly, but it doesn't, which means if I am doing a catch-up day, my Instagram gets spammed with five snake stories in like one day. But I'm really excited to start on April, and I also caught up on all of my tracking, so I've tracked all the way through today now. And here, looking at my colors, very pretty. There's lots of blues and greens in April and May. So it's these bottom 4 right here that have lines colored in. There is a nice little spot here where it was very warm. I do remember that very well. It was nice and warm in the 80s. I did not write down any temperatures for highs or lows. So I'll have to, for April, because I was like really behind, so I was just trying to catch up. So I will have to go back and figure out what those were. So that way I can give like the highest high and the lowest low, because I do that on my posts. So yeah, I'm going to get started on April. Hey guys, it may or may not be the next day. It's Saturday. Clearly, different outfit from whatever I was wearing yesterday. Had a grad party to go to today. I did not update you on the snakes last night, but so this will be the update now. I am officially all the way through April. All the way. My snakes are 3 feet and then almost 3 feet long, which is kind of crazy. Like, they're already this long and I'm just gonna start May now. I'm gonna try to get these done quickly. I have 2 more days to put in for this next week. So I can get that up, and then I have, where did I put my iPad? I mean, like, I've been gone quite literally all day, so it's 6 o'clock right now and I've been gone since like 9:30 this morning. I haven't been home, so this is like finally I have a chance to like chill and relax and crochet, because, and well, I guess finish my snakes through today. I can actually post an update, a fully like updated, caught up update of my snakes today, actually, if I catch up in time. Looking, there it is. Okay, yeah, I will see you guys when I catch up to the current week, and we'll do the current week together, and then that's basically caught up on all my WIPs. Okay, we are officially caught up all the way up to last week. I have 1 more week to do on both snakes. And then we will officially be fully caught up with the snakes. I need to not let it go this long again. So we have 1 more week left to do, which is this week. And I'm gonna start with the low temperatures, because there's 1 color that I need for both the highs and the lows, and it's still connected to my low temperature snake, so it's gonna use it there. because that makes no sense since it's still there. So we'll start with the lows. I'll do a time lapse, and then we'll go right into the high temperatures, and then I'll come back after the time lapse. So that's not the right snake. Let's get started, shall we? Alrighty, on with that time lapse. We are officially caught up with my snakes. Colors are looking very similar right now. But I mean, that's spring for you. Here's the full length of the snakes. We are definitely, both are past 3 feet now. I believe we are also probably nearing 4 feet. If I had to guess, I've added a lot. But I've only added this much. Where am I measuring to real quick? How much have I added? Okay, I've added 4 inches today for May for the snake, which was at 34 inches, I believe. Let's see. Okay, so yes, this was at 34 inches this morning. And I added 4, so we should be at 38 inches now, which puts the snake over 3 feet long. And then we have this snake. The snake was already 3 feet long today, and I added. There's my blue. I've also noticed that my tension has been different for both of them, like going up and down the snake. I also added 4 inches to this one, so this one's at 40 inches now, which is crazy to think about because this snake is almost tall enough or long enough, I guess, to ride some little rides at the fair or at like Cedar Point or Kings Island. I'm pretty sure the height requirement for that is 48 inches, so we are getting very close to reaching that point. Which means we're 8 more inches. Oh yeah, I guess it does make sense. Right? Am I doing my math right? Oh, we're getting closer and closer to 4 feet here. And here. And I know they look the same length, but I mean, they're not. There's a 2-inch difference, but like you can like really tell like how my tension has like changed from like the beginning of the year to like now. Like there's a clear difference, especially like right here. I had really tight tension for some reason, but like all here it's looser, and then it's like tight, and then it's like loose again, and then it got tighter again. But I mean, hey, that's what happens when you have something that you're working on throughout the year. Your tension will change. It's just inevitable, honestly. I mean, because like you can, I feel like you can tell. Yes, you can, right here. See how it's thicker here and then thinner? Yeah. But, you know, that's okay. It's bound to happen. So I'm going to put, and also I did order, I think I said this already, but I did order more stuffing because this is how much I have left. This is not going to last me through the rest of the year. I can tell you that. So I have ordered another bag. This is the stuffing I'm using. By the way, let me not show you the French side. It's only 8 ounces. So yes, I have gone through it pretty quickly. Well, and I say pretty quickly, but we are in May, and I just bought it. And I, like, quite literally, like, I don't know, when did I text it? Like, an hour ago. I just bought another one of these, along with some yarn. I bought some blue yarn. in the skinny cakes. Like the skinny carrot cakes. I bought the blueberry ice because it was really pretty. And I was like, I'm not going to spend $9 on shipping and not get at least one thing of yarn. So I bought 2 of those. And I'm hoping to make either like a poncho or like a shawl, like a summery one. Which I do have yarn that I can do that with, but like I'm more thinking for like the 4th of July, you know? Because sometimes it's nice to just like, you know, have like a poncho or something. Alrighty, y'all. I'm taking over in a voiceover here because you're about to see me get out a bunch of yarn right here. This is a blanket. I'm about to record myself frogging. However, I have scrolled. I don't know where the footage is. I frogged this blanket and wound up everything on camera, and I don't know where it is. I don't know where the footage is. So you're getting a voiceover instead. All of the yarn that you're seeing now is actively under my bed, all caked up in the storage bin. Again, don't know where the footage went. Yeah, there's a lot of yarn in here. You're also about to see me hold up a dress that I was, been working on for forever. I also have that made 3, because the yarn I used for the dress is the Caron Skinny Cakes. Like, it was like the blueberry ice ones I was just talking about, except for this color is fruit punch. And I started making the dress like in August, and I haven't really touched it since. I also don't remember again what hook size I was using. So yeah, I frogged that. Apparently I had bought 3 cakes to make this dress, 3 of the skinny cakes, and there is 795 yards of yarn. And I have all 3 cakes back. There's also, which is going to be shown in a second, I was making a cardigan as well with one of the other cakes, because I just wanted to see like how long it would take. I only made half the cardigan, so that got frogged as well and put back into the cake. Here it is, because I wanted to make like a matching dress and cardigan set, you know. That didn't happen. Yeah, I think I'm talking about the color and weight and stuff. It's a weight 3 yarn. And then I think this is me talking about, I needed the clip. I probably didn't have to do that. But I'm getting like ready to wind up the yarn. And then I go and I'm like trying to like think of a cool transition to do. And I grab my patches, who's a bear I've had since childhood basically, to do that. Anyway, that's the end of this video. So if you enjoyed, let me know down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!